Alright, so welcome to another episode. So I want to highlight this article. Like, I kind of found it a bit, weird because I thought, how is Trump really more popular than ever? Like, after the Democratic debate, Trump's re-election odds highest ever. And I thought, how is this guy's odds highest ever? This is someone who's literally put a ton of Americans through the meat grinder through his trade tariffs and his immigration policies, and yet he's more popular. So, like, is he doing something right, or are Democrats doing something wrong? And for me, it's possibly the Democrats doing something wrong. Like, it's not necessarily the candidates. I think it's the DNC. Like, if you saw the NBC debate, where they literally tried to silence quite a few of the candidates. Um, one that we all know is Andrew Yang. Like he got heavily silenced. Not only did he only get asked two questions, but they also silenced his mic, and there is good evidence that proves that. And if you think that's only the odd incident, that also happened to Marianne Williamson. Like, there is literally footage of her where she tries to speak, and then the moderator goes, we'll get back to you later. And he never does. And he never did. So you're thinking, oh, actually, what? Like, I don't know if you noticed that. It kind of just passed my mind when I saw it. But thinking about it again, that's just blatant, silencing. And she also cited her mic was also being silenced as well. So not only did she suffer it, Andrew Yang, but also on the other debate, Tulsi Gabbard. Like, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's also someone that also got less speaking time than a lot of other candidates. And you're thinking, isn't this election meant to be about democracy? It's about the choice of the people, and the choice of the people will only really be reflected when they can choose a candidate based on equal information. And by equal information, you have to give every candidate the chance to speak, because there's a lot of candidates that no one's ever heard of, and they need the chance to actually speak. And when you frustrate the choice of the people, guess what? They're not going to vote for you. They're not going to be with the DNC. They're going to vote Trump. And that's the thing. Trump is getting so many more voters because the DNC is failing once again. And if you don't hold them accountable now, by the election time, it might be a bit too late. So you think about Bernie Sanders. Like, I do like the guy, but I do prefer Andrew Yang in terms of how practical he is. But like, I think Bernie, he deserves a lot of credit for really sticking to his own beliefs for decades. Like, you can literally scroll back like decades of Bernie videos, and his demeanor is the same. He's got the same message, and he just constantly keeps going at it. He doesn't give up. So I think he's doing something great, and he was kind of let down by the NC when they they literally preferred Hillary over him. When the people preferred Bernie, and but basically a lot of people who would have voted for Bernie, they got a bit disenfranchised, and they thought, well, screw you, I'm going to vote for Trump because at least he's gonna do something different. He's not a career politician. He's not being controlled by extra interests. So, he basically follows his own interests, which isn't great for everyone either. So that's the thing. We need someone who doesn't have the interests of big money. It doesn't have the interests. They're not controlled like a puppet by, say, the DNC or other corporations. They have to be the leader. You can't really elect a leader who has no control. You want a leader to have control, so the ideas are more freely expressed. So when I saw this article, I thought, hang on, how is Trump that popular again? Like, what has he done that's, deserving of this merit? He's disrupted so many people's lives. And, like if you match his performance with Obama's performance, Obama, beat him by a mile. And yet he still claims that he's been the best. And after this trade negotiation with China, he's going to say he won trade or something like that. So you really got to, I guess you've got the chance now to make a difference with your vote, with your voice, and you got to be able to spread the word out and go, hey, I believe in this candidate. If it is Andrew Yang, who is making a profound difference, then you need to let people know about him. You need to share the story of UBI and why it's so important, especially in an age where autonomy is literally, taking over. And that's the thing. Like, probably at least half those candidates that are going for a Democratic, election, at least half I think would do a decent job, like better than Trump. Like I don't know if some I can't guarantee. I don't know if how they are, so that's why I just say half. But there is a few standouts that would definitely be much better than Trump. But we risk the DNC literally doing what they did last election, and then a lot of people are going to be upset. They're going to vote Trump to literally tell the DNC, you got to stop doing this. We don't accept what you're doing. This is democracy, and you can't control democracy like this. You need to give us the freedom of choice. And that's the thing. People in the last election, they thought you can't do this, so they literally threw a grenade in the form of Trump at the DNC. And it looks like it might happen again based on just the voters that might vote Trump, but just because they don't want to vote for the Democratic Party, because they don't want a candidate of the DNC literally shoved down their throats because they don't agree with that. So let me know what you think. Like, has the DNC messed up again? Are they making Trump more popular than ever? So until next time.